got Dees up 26 points to 71.91. All right, let's get back to our guest analyst, and that's going to be Mr. Oliver Slope. He's with Blue Line Futures in Chicago. Thanks for coming on. All right, Oliver, anything jump out at you there?
Well, we got through yesterday's report, which, going into that, we were like, okay, the market's probably going to trade this thing for 10 minutes, and then it's on to the next one, which is arguably and historically the more important one that comes at the end of the month, which is the quarterly report, and it'll be on the 28th. And yesterday's report was basically just the definition of a punt, the USDA kind of punting and kicking the can down the road. But ultimately, I think the no new news is really good news for the grain markets for the next couple of weeks. Funds have established and reestablished a pretty sizable net short position. So with no new news to feed the bear, I think you're seeing a little bit of short covering ahead of the end of the month report in a couple of weeks. And on top of that, there still is some uncertainty regarding, what we're going to be able to produce with the crop that's in the ground right now. So again, a heavy fund short. I think probably taking some skin out of off the table, so to speak, and we're seeing the market rise a little bit.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I mean, I think that it could be the case that the only real big seller in that market has been the funds. I mean, I don't see a lot of corn moving, and so if the funds stop selling, it doesn't take much to rally the market. Only a couple of guys that want it at the same time, and all of a sudden you're up 3 cents. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I agree. The news, the bad news, is in the market now. So when you lose your seller and you don't have any more negative news, the answer is, I think you're right. I think that these markets tend to, what I would say, call levitate, or slowly but surely just kind of squeeze higher, right?
Yeah, that's right. And we're testing some big levels, looking at that December corn contract, 475. That's a 50% retracement from the end of the May highs to where we sold off of in the early June lows. And so we're retesting that. It's also the 50-day moving average. And if we're able to get out above there, maybe it becomes more of a self-fulfilling prophecy. And we see a little bit more short covering here into next week's trade.
Yeah, and then you got to believe that getting closer to 12 or getting closer to 5, there's got to be some orders up there. That could slow things down a little bit, could it?
110%. Yeah, I'm thinking we can get a little bit of relief here in the next couple of weeks. But I've been telling guys that are producers that we get a rally from these levels. If you weren't as active as you wish you would have been, you might get another shot at it. But I wouldn't be holding my breath for any sort of significant breakout move above $5 or $12 for soybeans.
I think that's very prescient advice. All right. Thanks for that. Stay right there, though. We got to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Oliver Slope, Blue Line Futures in Chicago. We'll be right back after this. Let's bring it back in. That's Oliver Slope, Blue Line Futures in Chicago. Oliver, anything jump out of you there when we talk about the livestock market?
Well, we've been pretty optimistic on the cattle markets here as of late. Monday's trade was fabulous, had a nice move to the upside, but Tuesday, Wednesday, and then this morning, really, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed in the price action. Just couldn't really get anything going, especially when you see some of the outside markets rally to new all-time highs. You'd think that'd be a nice tailwind. You'd think the seasonality aspect would be a tailwind. A firm cash market would be a tailwind, but it hasn't really turned into any momentum to the upside until here mid-afternoon. Hopefully we see some follow through to the upside. I still think all those catalysts combined can provide some upside potential in the cattle complex, but it certainly seems like maybe the funds just aren't really willing to participate in a way that they have in the past, with the potential concern over future headlines regarding bird flu or even the economy for that matter.
All right, great stuff as usual. Thank you very much for bringing it all up to us. Your batting cleanup today did a great job. That's Oliver Slope, Blue Line Futures. He's in Chicago. Bring it back here to Nashville one more time.